Hi friends, today we are going to learn about the use effect basics in React.js. What is the syntax of use effect in React.js? It is a use effect, it is a hook in React.js. Let's know about the syntax as well as basic functionality, how it is working in React.js. Let's get started here to learn this concept in this video. REACJS, just will follow this REACJS. It's a snippet to know, get the template of arrow function. Then just will declare two variables, const and str. First we'll take count comma set count, and here we'll use that use effect use state. Before using use effect, we will declare with the use state the variable, and we'll use the initial value 0 in this. After that, let's declare one more state variable using use state, that is str set str. Here initial value will use that some kind of string, like we'll use one kind of string here, that is Batula, and let's you create some buttons in this button button. In this we'll use that button name is first first, and handling that on click events, that is directly we'll use that one. The here callback function, that is arrow function, we'll use here, and we'll maintain this set str will update when you click on that button, control V, and in this we'll give the latest value, that is whatever you are clicking, that is the answer here, first, and control C, control V, control V. Likewise two more buttons we use, like it is a 2 two, and here also same thing, we use whatever button you are clicking, that it has to show on the browser. And here third third, or 3 will use three, 3, control C and paste here that. And before this one, let's use to display that in h1 tag or something, h2, right? In this we'll display the value is str string, and likewise let's use that control C, and here we'll follow that react.fragment here. After this, in this div we'll give one more, that is the count, count, and here not required, these are all, only one is enough, that is increment, increment, and we'll follow this set count here, and we'll update that count plus 1. That's it. So see how it is going to use that. Refresh it. Look here, it is updating values also, but we'll do that use effect, how it is going to work, the functionality. Use effect, the syntax of use effect is that within parentheses, now this snippet we can consider as this part, we can copy this, control C, comma, control V, and here comma use state, we'll use these two are not required at all. Alt Shift F. Then within this use effect we will use that syntax, that is first one is callback function. Callback function, and second one is dependency array. Dependency array. Yeah, syntactically, for understanding, I am saying that use effect having two parameters in this use effect. First one is callback function, second one is dependency array. So dependency array will replace with the square brackets, and what about callback function will replace with the arrow function. Here let's add something here, that is a CLG console. Here we'll add in double quotes mount, 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 and in this, if you want to clear this mount, we can use that return type, return return arrow function. Within this we'll use that CLG, again within double quotes unmount. Here and here we must follow this, not here, just a second, here just use this arrow function. Within this arrow function only we need to do that. Here just remove this and close it, start the opening here, that's it, and remove this one. Yes, it is correct now. That means within Alt Shift F, within it is a syntactically it is a callback function. This is whatever I have selected, that is callback function. After that array is there, that is dependency array. As per the syntax of use effect, whatever I have selected, that is callback function, and after that second parameter is that dependency array. First parameter callback function, that is arrow function. Second one is dependency array, that is square brackets. So within this we can give that this not necessary to use always, if required, frequently not required. That means if you want clear any kind of things in this line number 8 in this place, if you want to clear that, you can clear it. How you are going to clear it, I will explain that. How it is working, how it is not working, and when to work, I will explain that one by one. When to use when to use this return function, and sometimes you may use, you may not use, that also I will tell you now. Just we'll uncomment this, and here we need to understand, we have to understand the functionality of use effect. Syntax we covered, and return how why we need to use that I'll tell you, and the functionality wise you can remove this, that is one step. You can use this, that is second step, and third step you can use a state variable. Three steps are there. Once again I'll tell you, without dependency array here, yes, without dependency array, that is first point. Second point is with dependency array, second point done. And third point, if you want keep any state variable in this dependency array, that is the third point. Once again I'll tell you what is the first point, why I am saying that it is the heart of the operation of use effect. Without dependency, that is first point, that means there is no comma and square brackets, that means without dependency array, that is the first point. Second point, with dependency array, second point is with dependency array. And third point, if you want keep any state variable in this, you can keep it. It will work for these three functionalities. So 3 points we covered, and now actual operation without using dependency array, what is happening in the use effect, we are going to focus. That point we'll see here. Go to the browser and verify here what is happening in the operation of that without dependency array. I am just refreshing that one. Initially what it is giving, mount is giving, and wherever you are clicking, unmounting and mounting, wherever you are clicking, mounting, unmounting, that means each time wherever you are clicking, each time this JSX part is rendering. This JSX part is rendering. Wherever you are clicking, first 2, 3 and increment, wherever you are clicking. That means that whenever it is rendering this return part, JSX part, that means rendering, we call it as rendering. Whenever this component is rendering, at any cost, it that depends on any situation. If it is rendering, if it is rendering without using dependency array, for each rendering it is going to execute. It is going to execute use effect. Once again, I am going to explain one first point. If you don't use any dependency array, for each rendering of your JSX, it is going to hit these 2 points. It is going to execute this. Okay. Next, second point. If you use dependency array, if you use dependency array, what is going to happen? Let's verify. Refresh it and click on first, click on 2, click on 3. Is there anything happening here? And click on increment. Is it happening anything in the console? Nothing is happening in the console. Second point is that if any time, anywhere in the rendering part, it is rendering, but while it is rendering, but there is no execution of use effect. There is no execution of use effect. That means, once again I am going to discuss second point. If you use the dependency array, this use effect will execute this mount part only one time. Even if you click on anywhere anything, even if it is JSX is rendering, this use effect will not run more than one time. Initially only one time already executed, it is showing. Second time onwards, even the JSX is rendering, it will not impact to run this use effect. That means if you follow this empty dependency array, only one time use effect it is executing. Even if you do some kind of rendering operations also, it will not execute further second time. Only first time it will be executed. So with this second point we discussed completed. And third point, if you have any dependency array, the state variable count, just refresh it, and initially it is executing only one time. In these three cases, first case, second case, third case, each time at least one time it is executing, but depends on without using dependency array, for each rendering it is going to execute. If you use the dependency array, only one time is executing use effect, second time onwards, even if rendering happening, it will not execute. And third point we are going to discuss. Third point also only one time it is executing. Next time what it is happening? Even if you click on this, these buttons are not relevant to count. That's why this is not rendering. That means what we have given in this count, what you have given in this dependency array, we have given count. Whenever this state variable is updating, then only it is going to rendering this use effect. Let's click on this. Yeah, unmounted and mounted. Don't confuse about unmount. Focus on only mount. That means mount, unmount means it is going to mount. After that, it is going to clear that whatever we have. Later you can understand, but we have to focus on mount only. If you going on clicking, then only the state variable is getting updated. Here it is updating count plus 1 1 count plus 1 count plus 1. That means state variable is updating. That's why count is incrementing. So in that situation only this use effect is working. For this these buttons it is not updating. Just click on this, not updating here. If you want to update this, if you want to execute this use effect for strings also, just give the comma and give the str, then refresh it. Initially only one time it is mounting. Second time if you click on this one, that means it is going to update the string. That's why it is working. Even if you click on increment also, it is going to work, because dependency for all it is working, because dependency array contains state variables. If you want to update any state variable, and that time this use effect it is going to execute. Once again we will discuss 3 points. Without using dependency array, only one time use effect will execute, and in if you work on this JSX part, for each rendering also it is going to execute. That means always first time it is one time executing, for each rendering also it is going to execute this use effect. That is the first point. Second point, if you keep that dependency arrays empty, only one time, only one time this use effect will execute. Even if you do that rendering, but it will not impact to execute this one. Only one time, initially only one time it will execute if you use the empty dependency array. That is the second point. Third point, if you use any state variable, for that state variable if you update, then only it is going to execute use effect each time. If you don't use the str, it will not impact. If whatever you are giving that str and both, for those only it is going to execute. That's it, friends. No more explanation. Already I covered a syntax and 3 points of use effect operations. That's it, friends. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.